Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. I bid to our speaker today, Brother Amir Manaf, from the director for the cyto-DNA. Cyto-DNA scientific. Okay, so we are so glad to having Brother Amir, our alumni today. Okay, and also very good morning to my colleagues, my beloved lecturers, and also all my beloved students. Okay, who put your effort to join our session this morning. Please, throughout the time, call and invite our other friends to join the session. Okay, this is a great session for you to have more knowledge, okay, and you know better what opportunity that waiting for you ahead. So inshallah today we have Brother Amir Mana. Okay, Brother Amir is our alumni who have been graduated with Bachelor of Biomedical Science in 2012. Correct, right, Amir?
Betul.
Okay, so Brother Amir has been working in life science and healthcare sector for almost 9 years, and with 2 years of experience in an HIV lab and 1 year experience in medical devices. He has found his passion in the life science sector. So memang we are very fortunate. Brother Amir memang really experienced person lah dalam this science and healthcare sector. So he has the opportunities to carry product from research and diagnostic segment such as cell biology, molecular biology, liquid handling, and IVD product, including instrument and reagent. So I just have a briefing with our new AHS student in CFS last 2 days. Okay, and one of the most important message that I convey to them, that when they want to get involved in research, they can choose whether they can be a researcher, the person who are going to use the instrument, all the medical device, or they can also be a person who introduce the product or the medical device that we have for the use of the researcher. So there is the opportunity for biomedical graduates. Okay, you can decide where you want to be. Okay, in that area of research. Okay, so no matter where you go, you are still contributing in research. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Brother Amir. Okay, I pass to him to continue the session. The floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Dr. Sida. Thank you very much for the introduction that just now. Okay, and welcome to all students and lecturer for this session. I think this is the last session for Biomedical Science Career Path, a way to find yours. Okay, so we already go through 2 sessions previously from safety engineer and also clinical project manager in clinical research. Okay, all right. So today is my session. So I would like to introduce to you the experience to become a product specialist. Okay, so I would like to ask you: have you heard about product specialist before? Because when you usually when you continue when you are choosing your career, not career, you call it a degree in biomedical science, you only realize that I wanted to become a science officer. I wanted to become a MLT. I wanted to become a lecturer in future, inshallah. Okay, but seldom people realize that product specialist is part, and I think it's one of the most important career as a biomedical science graduate. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to share with you my career development so far. Okay, so I've graduated in 2012 as a bachelor in biomedical science. So before my graduation, I already got the offer to work as a lab manager in immunotherapeutic lab in University Malaya. So I'm graduated I think in October, but I got the offer to become a lab manager on August. Alhamdulillah, I got the opportunity to to work there before my graduation lah. Okay, so what did I do in HIV lab in University Malaya? So basically, this lab is involve lot of blood processing of HIV patient. So we do run a not clinical trial, but clinical research on HIV patient on the effectiveness of immunotherapy drug for HIV. So yeah, I got the opportunity to work there. So the lab is new. So basically everything is new. So it's really exciting. Kalau may I know, is there any foreigner student here? Okay, that maybe I can mix a little bit Malay lah.
For now, we don't have any international student join the session.
Okay, then that's easier lah sebab we can I can explain to you more thoroughly lah. So basically, I would like to show you, I would like to inform you that how do I get the job as a lab manager. Okay, so basically after you graduate, you started to looking for a job opportunity. Okay, of course, benda pertama yang you akan cari adalah science officer vacancy in Malaysia. You apply for SPA, you apply for maybe in research university, you looking at PPUKM, HUSM, or even in University Malaya itself lah. So basically, you try all of the vacancy. Usually every year, science officer vacancy is available, but I get the opportunity to go for interview, but I don't have the opportunity to be chosen to become one of the science officer lah. But lab manager is where the opportunity came. Okay, so lab manager. Okay, you nampak kan rasa macam title dia best, but basically it's a contract basis. Okay, so 6-month contract, sometimes it's 1 year. So you can see that there is no job security there lah. So I managed to work as a lab manager for 2 years. Okay, and then I job hopping to become a sales executive in medical equipment industry. So medical equipment industry is kalau you biasa dengan operation theater, dia ada you call it general anesthesia machine. So the one that make people sleep and then do operation, everything. So I handle that type of product. So in 6 months, I only managed to last for 6 months because I seorang yang mabuk darah. So my first month working in this industry, my director asked me to do product demo in hospital Temenloh. Okay, hospital Temenloh. So the first surgery there is what you call it, stomach cancer. Okay, stomach cancer. So the operation lasts for I think like 10 hours. So seorang yang mabuk darah everything, the first thing bila dia dah settle all the tidurkan patient everything, and then they started to cut out patient, open up the patient everything, I dah start lembik lutut. but since I really like this type of industry, so I bertahan. And then another surgery after 3 months is like pembedahan lutut for knee replacement. But after 6 months, I got the opportunity. I got an offer actually. I got an offer from my previous connection in my as laboratory manager in UM. So basically, as a lab manager, I met a lot of sales executive, product specialists there, and then I built a lot of connection. So I got an offer from one of the company that I'm dealing with as a lab manager. So I job hopping to become a technical sales executive. So I stay in the company for 4 years. So in this company, they sell a lot of research product and also diagnostic. So it's really becoming like more biomedical science. All right. And then after 4 years in the company, I wanted to advance my career. So I wanted to become a senior product specialist. So basically technical sales executive and product specialist is a similar job description and also job responsibility, but the difference is only at the name only lah. So I jump job hopping to another company and then to have my career development there. All right, so I would like to elaborate more on the job role as a laboratory manager. Okay, so basically when you graduated, you basically carry 4 years subject that you learn in university. Okay, so bila you jadi lab manager or science officer, the job scope quite similar. Okay, so basically you in charge of the specific lab. So the job responsibility is that you develop lab SOP, rules and regulation. So basically you develop SOP for the instrument there. So you do what you call it, SOP for daily cleaning for the student, for the postdoc, and also lecturer who using the lab. And then you also make up a SOP for the weekly cleaning. And also you also done for what you call it, the preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance. The PPM call, I'm not sure the first P what is, but I remember it's preventive maintenance. Okay, so the next job responsibility is instrument QC and maintenance. So basically during my 4 years in UIA, I haven't got the chance to to hands-on on flow cytometry. I don't get the chance to hands-on on qPCR machine. Biosafety cabinet, yes, we do have. CO2 cultivator, yes, we do have. But this type of instrument came where I done my internship. I think they still call internship, right?
Yes, yes. Under internship, we have whether biomedical practicum or industrial training.
Okay. So basically, I've done my internship in hospital. So hospital there, what you call it, biochemistry department, immunology department, histology department. So that's where I built my experience. So when I go for interview, the lecturer there carry me around the lab, and then they ask me, oh, do you know what type of machine is this? So basically, it's part of the interview process. So they wanted to see your knowledge. So Alhamdulillah, I managed to answer the question. Not 100% correct, but they realized that, okay, I have experience. So that's why they decide to take me instead of other interviewee lah. Okay, so the next job responsibility is prepare tender for instrument purchase and also reagent and consumable. So basically, after when you are working as science officer, sometimes you need to purchase instrument. For example, during my time, I managed to purchase flow cytometry and also real-time PCR, which cost around, flow cytometry costs around 500,000, 500,000. And for qPCR, the price roughly around 150,000. So you need to handle purchasing, tendering process, everything from A to Z sampailah you dapat barang tu. And then when you dapat barang tu, you need to make sure that all the specification to be met, and also all the document preparation, everything. And then next job responsibility is run experiment. So of course, as a science officer, as a MLT, you akan ada chance untuk hands-on experiment lah. So during my time in the lab, I run what you call it, PBMC, mononuclear cell separation in blood. So but using HIV patient sample, so it's very dangerous and also risky lah. So yeah, there is a case where people do got infected HIV during the process lah. So that's why you have to develop SOP and you make sure the student follow the SOP very, very thoroughly lah. Okay, so enough. Okay, next is sales executive, technical sales executive, and also product specialist. So this is all about the title. So basically, the job role is similar. you you learn the product, you learn the product, you learn the sales technique, and then you not promote, but you provide solution to the client and prospect. Okay, so the first job responsibility as a product specialist is to promote product and also doing sales. Okay, so you need to meet existing client, build up new business opportunity, which is you find students, lecturer, doctors, and then also you need to do your research and analyze the market situation in given territory lah. So basically, when you enter a company, so they will allocate a territory for each person. So of course, one person cannot cover the whole Malaysia. So you have a Klang Valley area, and then you either traveling outstation to East Coast, to East Malaysia, South, macam Johor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, North, macam Pulau Pinang, Perak, Kedah, things like that. So it's involved a lot of traveling lah. So if you like travel, if you really like meeting people, then product specialist is a good career development for you. Okay, and then product knowledge. So of course, when you graduated, you only supply with basic and application knowledge. So when you go to this industry, you will meet a lot of instrument that you didn't imagine that it existed during your 4 years in as a undergraduate student. So it involves a continuous learning process. So kalau you malas belajar, you tak boleh jadi product specialist. So sometimes you need to spend your night time reading about the product, reading about the application, how to run the experiment, everything. So this is where the learning process comes. So you need to learn the inside out of the product, which you will carry, which you will present to the customer or prospect. So you need also to learn as a little bit about application. So sometimes you need to run the essay to the new client and also doing demo. Like the simplest demo that I've done during my first year as a product specialist is liquid handling, pipetting. So when you sell pipette, you need to show how to do the maintenance of the pipette. So you figure out using the video, learning from the application specialists, everything. So you need to increase your product knowledge. The third job as responsibility is handling seminar, workshop, CME, and also product demo. Okay, so of course, when you carry product, people need to see to believe. Okay, the concept is like that. So if you only talk about your product, but customer didn't see your product, didn't touch your product, so they won't know how good is your product. So what is your responsibility is to set arrangement with the client, application specialist. So in your company, you will have a product specialist, application specialist, and also engineer. So you need to involve a very clear communication between all parties. So that you need to set a date with client. So you need to set a place. You need to allocate find out the place suitable to do the demo or not, and then you ask your application specialist whether this date is available. You ask your application. Okay, application specialist will ask you what type of experiment that they do in the lab. So basically, if let's say I give you example, I wanted to do product demo in my previous HIV lab, selling flow cytometry. So the application specialist will ask me, okay, Amir, what type of multicolor flow cytometry that they are doing? How many colors that they required? So basically, flow cytometry have basic 4 laser, 4 color, or you can go for not 4 laser, 2 laser, but 4 color. Or either you go for 3 laser, 6 color, or 7 color. So things like that you need to understand. So you need to find out from reading the journal publication of the of your prospect lah. Okay, so you need to do a lot of journal. So basically, during your undergraduate studies, I think there is a assignment where you need to extract information from the journal and then you present to the lecturer. So this is where the knowledge come, the skill lah, the skill. But during my time, I tak ada. those type of knowledge. So you need to figure out, and you need to ask around lah. Okay, so it's very fun handling seminar, because you can, what I call it, learn from application specialists, learn from engineers. So you will sit together with engineer, watching them assemble the item. So you manage to see what is inside the product. So you can see what is, how the laser looks like, how do cell pass through the, what I call it, pass through the tube and everything. So that's what interesting about the product demo and workshop. Okay, so the fourth responsibility as product specialist is to participate in tender. So the instrument, more than 20,000, you need to go through tendering process. So you need to prepare a spec. So demo, if requested by customer, meet the deadline of the tender, and also to make sure anti-bribery and corruption policy to be met lah. So this tendering process, lot of what you call it, macam rasuah ke apa ke, but alhamdulillah lah, so far during my 9 years, never involved and never see people involved in this type of corruption and bribery, because it's education. So education, not many, all your prospect is well educated, and it's very rare to see and the bribery section or corruption. Okay. So I think no questions so far from the floor. Okay, so I would like to show you, this is the product portfolio that I have been carrying during my 9 years. So this is the flow cytometry. So flow cytometry is one of the core instrument in every university. So every university must have this flow cytometry. So basically, sometimes the minimum one flow cytometry, but you can get more, because flow cytometry, you will learn more about immunology, environmental, small particle, and drug discovery. So as a product specialist, you need to study all this what you call it, segment, we call it segment, immunology segment, environmental. You need to study, you need to ask around, and of course you need to well versed in this type of technology. So the next instrument that I carry is the real-time cell analyzer. So basically, when you are dealing with cell culture, so you need to see your cell and everything. So this type of machine, where it replaced the traditional method. So when you go to the higher level education, you will see a lot of people doing cell culture. So they wanted to study a wound healing process. They wanted to study about effectiveness of the herbal medicine. So when people claim the herbal medicine has antioxidant, anti-cancer property, so of course you need some in vitro study to back up your claim. So this is the instrument where it is necessary to have to run the experiment. Of course, you do have a traditional method where you analyze using microscope, but this type of instrument, it's continuously monitoring your cell without you making an effort, and also you can make a video. So if you realize that when you scrolling through the cell culture, on how do the formation of neuron cell derived from stem cells, so there is a video. So the video is captured using this type of machine. So I was wondering, before this, I was wondering, how do they make this video? Is it continuously taking picture? Or is there any other method? So this is one type of method that we discovered to materialize the video. So this type of machine is very rare in Malaysia, very rare. So not like flow cytometry. For real-time cell analyzer, you can see only like 2 or 3 instrument placement in whole Malaysia. Okay, so kits. So I do involve in selling kits. So there is a many type of kits like ELISA kit, multiplexing kits, things like that you will study more. So you only study basic in university level, but when you go out to become a product specialist, you need to learn what type of application this kit has. So you will see a lot of different kits have not a lot of different kits for different customer. For yeah, I don't want to talk more about that. But antibody and reagent. So antibody and reagent, it's complement together with the instrument. So for this example here, it's antibody for flow cytometry. So when I talk about colors just now, 4 color, 6 color, 8 color, but currently for flow cytometry, they can go up to 30 colors. Sometimes there is an advanced there is only one machine that can cater up to 60 colors, but it's very rare lah. It's very rare to see customer run experiment for 20 or 30 color, but mostly done in 6 color. So this type of antibody we provide. So color, when you talk about color, it's not real color. So if you take out the antibody, it's not green color, it's not blue color. It's just that you need to understand the basic of colors lah. So they have like PE, PerCP, FITC. So FITC, when you materialize in graph like this, it will appear blue. APC, it will appear red. So things like that. So you need to understand. It's very interesting. I can tell you, it's very interesting. What you call it? It's very interesting lah to become product specialist. You can see many different and very rare item in as a biomedical science. So consumable. So you also sell plastic lah. So yep. So the next product portfolio is molecular biology. So molecular biology, you know, PCR, we call it DNA, RNA. So this type of machine is what they use to detect the instrument. So this machine is real-time PCR. So these two machine is from different brand but similar function. So I managed to carry both brand, BioRed also Applied Biosystem. So it's very nice. It's very nice machine, both of them. So and then next generation sequencing. So next generation sequencing is where the whole genome project came. So this machine can analyze your whole genome sequence. What you call it? The whole genome sequence project previously take up like 20 years to come up with human whole genome, but currently it's only take like 1 to 2 days to get the whole genome sequence. And then this one is high throughput gene expression. Gene expression is a next level of molecular of real-time PCR machine. So for real-time PCR machine, you can run up to like 5 type of gene. But for this type of machine, you can up to like 20, 100, 200. But for next generation sequencing, it's million reads. It's for million. It's very high throughput. And then also you need to sell reagent master mix. Okay. So any question from the chat? I can access my chat. I'm sorry.
Amir, okay, if I can ask now, you have experience being the lab manager and also product specialist, right? So actually, what's the difference between job scope for lab manager compared to the science officer?
So basically the job scope almost similar. You need to manage the lab, you need to manage the student, you need to manage the project. So it's a good opportunity lah to have this type of experience. But lab manager, you are paid using grant, not by university. All right, so it's a contract basis, and once the grant is done, then your contract you need to jump career. So, okay, I would like to tell you that when I'm working as a lab manager, I met this finance officer, Madam Teresa. She always asks me, Amir, where you want to quit and then find another job? I was like, Madam, kenapa? You tak suka I ke? Rasa macam risaulah, kenapa? Dia kata, Amir, lab manager, you don't have career development. So, you are contract basis. So, you need to have a job security. So, that's why I only managed to work as a lab manager for 2 years. So, the job itself is very interesting. It's quite similar to science officer. But the difference is in terms of job security lah. No question, right? From
Okay,
the
so can I say that if any of the student, our future graduates, they are aiming to be a science officer lah.
yeah.
So,
Mm-mm.
let's say there's no lab manager with a permanent position, okay,
Okay.
aiming for science officer. So the best is they get any contract as a lab manager first, isn't it?
Correct. But very rare to see lab manager position in the market.
Mhm.
But alternatively, you can go for research assistant. Yeah. Research assistant. So it's quite similar to lab manager, but the difference will be the tendering process lah. So you don't involve in tendering process. So the rest of the things will be quite similar.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, it's going to okay. So opportunity. So I'm going to talk about opportunity as a product specialist. Okay. To be frank, there are no company who are willing to hire fresh graduate to become a product specialist. Why? Because during my 9 years in this field, I can say that almost all fresh graduate apply for sales and product specialist career, quitting after 3 to 6 months. Okay, why? Sometimes it involves sales. Okay, when you talk about product specialist, you involve meeting people and you are involved traveling a lot and you involve doing sales. So yes, you involve in cold, cold approach. You don't know this. People don't. Okay, let's say I'm lucky. Okay, let's say for example, Dr. Nurasida is in UIA. I'm from graduate from UKM, for example. So when I wanted to approach Dr. So it was like there is a barrier there. So you don't know me, I don't know you, but I wanted to introduce my product. So basically, during my 9 years, I've met two of biomedical science IIUM graduate on the field. Saya boleh tengok muka dia, lelaki, dua orang lelaki. Satu jumpa dekat UKM, satu lagi jumpa dekat forestry. Okay, muka dia macam you nampak lah dia tak tahu nak pergi ke mana. During that time, I already in the field for like 3 years. So, okay, I ada urge untuk tolong dia. So, I ask him lah, oh, so new sales ke? Yes. Okay, and then graduate from where? UIA. Okay. So, I didn't tell him that I'm from graduate UIA also. So, I teach him how to do cold approach. So, you introduce to your existing customer lah. Even though it's a competition, but I don't mind because sometimes people choose you over him based on your communication skill, based on how you approach your client. So if the client feels macam comfortable with you, so you akan rasa client akan okay, every time dia akan kacau you lah. So WhatsApp, I tak kisah client I kacau malam, I tak kisah klien I kacau weekend because I suka benda ni. But other people don't like it lah. So that's why I tell you, fresh graduate who joining product specialist, sometimes they can only last like 3 to 6 months. But there is one case in my company. So she was a new person from graduate from, I think it's private university. She has very good personality. She has very good attitude. I thought like, okay, she's going to last another 6 months. Okay. But okay, my manager asked me to bring her meeting, show her how you approach customer. So I teach her how to approach this type of customer. How I told her how to everything that I know. Luckily until now she's still in the field lah. So if you ask me about gender wise as a product specialist, it's quite equivalent between male and female. So there is no reason orang kata perempuan tak boleh jadi product specialist. So there is no reason like that. So but you need to prepare your mentally. You are traveling a lot. Okay, so opportunity in product specialist, you will talk about income. So basic income is 2,500, but at the end of the year you will get bonus and also commission. To tell you to be transparent, my first year as a product specialist, I don't get bonus and commission because I didn't achieve the target. So company will put the target like 700,000 sales per year, sometimes 1 million per year. So I didn't manage to get because like yalah, baru lagi. But the second year I overachieved my target. So yeah, that's where you will enjoy the benefit, bonus and commission. So 2,500, your annual salary sometimes 30,000 ringgit annual salary, but for product specialist you can go up to 50 to 60,000 annual salary. So it's a lot lah. It's a lot.
I mean, have you heard word grit?
Great, yes.
So I think you are someone have that grit lah. Okay.
Yeah.
So grit for our student kan. Okay, grit mean when you have interest, you are doing something with interest, you also have determination. Kan? So you keep doing that, okay, no matter what is happening. So you find a way to sustain on that path with your patient. So that is Amir lah.
Yes.
Amazing. That's why he success in this area.
Alhamdulillah. So basically, company also realized that to keep the salesperson longer in the company, they need to give out this type of benefit. So yeah, bonus sometimes you got 2 months salary, 5,000, and commission you get another 15,000. So yeah, you rasa macam heaven lah. Tapi lepas kena potong cukai, you rasa macam So things like that lah. You will be happy. Okay, I got 20,000 commission at the end of the year. Lepas tu you kena potong what you call it? Income tax. Alright. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have question for Raja Sazana. Okay, how product specialists sell product? How you want to convince people to buy product? Okay, is it by recommending the product to customer, depending on their demands?
Okay. Is that all the question?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so basically it's apa yang you tanya ni macam training lah. So basically macam training. Most people doesn't acquire this type of capability during your first year. So you acquire this type of skill along the way. So macam mana you nak promote product? So basically it's totally different than selling insurance lah. Okay, macam insurance you sell fear. You sell fear, ketakutan orang. But product you sell solution. So solution. So you need to find out what type of problem that they are facing currently. For example, okay, for cell culture lab, they are facing contamination issue. Okay, so contamination issue. So sometimes you have a product that can reduce your contamination. For example, the real-time cell analyzer. Okay, so cell culture work lasts for sometimes for 4 to 7 days project. Sometimes when you run for 2 days, your cell got contaminated because you keep taking out the flask or the plate, cell culture plate. So that is where when you listen to the customer, okay, hi, doctor, I got one solution for you. I'm not sure whether you have money to purchase this one, but I don't mind to do demo for this product. Because like, okay, and then that's where you do presentation first, you do seminar. So you gain the interest from the problem itself. So kalau customer tu ada problem contamination, issue apa semua tu, okay, you buat seminar, okay, you introduce the instrument. So you akan minta application specialist to do seminar dekat university tu. And then lepas seminar, you akan follow up. So you rasa okay ke tidak to proceed with product demo. When customer say yes, then they are eagerly to use this type of machine, then that's where you arrange your product. So for big instrument like real-time cell analyzer, flow cytometry, it's a long process. It's not similar to selling consumable and plasticware. So this type of skill that you need to know lah. So for like 500,000 ringgit instrument, sometimes it can take up to 2 years. So frequently follow up, do a lot of seminar, do a lot of workshop. So this type of thing that you sell your product. So basically when you are selling product, okay, I talk about selling product. So you become a salesman. You akan rasa dalam hati you, hinanya kerja ni sebab jadi jurujual. Okay, but you kena understand your product is a good product and it's not, macam orang kata apa, produk sampah lah. You bukan jual produk sampah. So you provide solution. So you kena yakin dengan produk itself. Kalau you tak yakin dengan produk, you tak boleh jual. You tak boleh nak promote, you tak boleh nak provide solution to the customer. So how to sell product? Macam tu lah, you find out problem itself. Sometimes when you go meet a student, okay, let's say Dr. Norasida have a research project like qPCR project. Okay, you already know what type of product that she will purchase. Okay, but there is a different brand, lot of competitor. For PCR machine, you have Biorad, you have ABI, you have Kappa Biosystem, you have a lot more brand. Either it's cheap or expensive. So how to promote your product is that mulut manis lah. Mulut you kena manis. You kena sentiasa senyum. Kalau you orang yang serius je, you kena jadi application specialist. Okay, you yourself, you kena tahulah you punya character, you punya attitude, you punya personality. Kalau you seorang yang serius, you seorang yang orang yang boleh fokus, you become application specialist. So later, I not included in the slide, but I can tell you a bit more about application specialist lah. So product specialist and application specialist is in the same industry, but different job role. Okay, another opportunity is the training overseas. Okay, yang ni paling best. Kalau you minat travel, you join lah product specialist. You punya passport full of job without you paying for it. Semua free. You dapat pergi US, you dapat pergi UK, you dapat Singapore tu selalulah sampai you dah malas. Lepas tu India, you pergi for product training. So kenapa I mention these 4 country? Because US, you ada kilang in California. So most brand, they have their manufacturing plant in California. So you can go for training like 2 weeks training in US. UK, sometimes there is a product in UK for primary cell culture. So you go there 1 week for training. Singapore, okay, Singapore is the very interesting because Singapore is where all the company, big company in US, in UK, in India are based in. So instead of they based in Malaysia, they see the opportunity in Singapore. So basically Agilent, BD, Biorad, they have a head office in Singapore. They don't have in Malaysia. So in Malaysia, they only talk to distributor. So for me, I didn't mention my company. So Biomed Global, I got Genomax, I got Insan Bakti. So this is this type of distributor. Okay, and then traveling. Certain company, they offer overseas trip, but certain company, they offer local trip. So nanti I tunjuk picture you, I pergi Taiwan, I pergi China, I pergi naik cruise, pergi Thailand. So memang seronok lah, tak boring you kerja dalam bidang ni. So kalau you minat travel and then you nak free, kalau you tengok biasa, kalau you tengok your friends promoting insurance, free trip, everything, this type of career, you akan rasa bosan naik flight. Sometimes kalau you nak pergi China for like 9 hours flight, so you dah rasa macam sesak nafas dah. Kalau dulu macam excited, sekarang ni dah macam alah, hai. Okay, so career development. So a product specialist has a very, 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 very good career development. So, and a very good pay. Okay, so you start as a junior to become executive and to become senior. And then if you stay longer in this industry, you can get to become assistant manager, and also directorship. So directorship is not necessarily you open your own company, but sometimes in MNC company, multinational company like Eppendorf, like BD, they hiring director locally. So yes, you can get to become director without you opening your own company. So it's much more rewarding because like at that time your salary will be 20,000, 30,000 ringgit per month. All right. Any question so far?
Which one is better, quality QC officer or product specialist? In terms of career development.
Career development, definitely product specialist. For application, you mean application specialist? Is it? For application specialist, the competition is tough. You only manage to increase your salary by job hopping. But for product specialist, you can maintain in one company to advance your career. Right, my previous manager, has been staying in the company like for 15 years. But when I go in like 7 years ago, she's already the product manager there. Yeah. So the longer it's good to work in small company because the opportunity to career development is very, 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 very open lah. But for big company already, the competition is tough. So yeah, if you're looking for career development, of course, definitely product specialist. But if you are looking for stable job, work-life balance and all, application specialist. If you are family man or family woman, sometimes it's better for you to go for application. Yeah, but you need to get your master or PhD lah. Okay, I will advise you how to pursue your master. So your master project also need to relevant to the industry that you're going to join. Sometimes your master project involved in animal study. You're doing like not involved in this type of high-end instrument like flow cytometry, qPCR. It's not good for this industry. So if you're looking for after graduate, you wanted to pursue master, I would like to advise you to choose a project title which involve a lot of high-end instrumentation like qPCR, flow cytometry. Things like that will help you in this industry. Because right now, maybe Dr. Sida tahu berapa ramai graduate PhD, master, but jobless.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to have a master, but you need to see whether your master laku ataupun tak lah. So, ada master is definitely a plus in this field, but degree is sufficient. Okay. So, career roadmap. Okay, so what is your next step and goals? Kalau you orang yang macam saya, fokus pada duit, saya minat belajar, saya minat nak sambung master, saya minat nak sambung PhD. Tapi saya tahu kalau saya sambung master, saya sambung PhD, duit saya habis dekat yuran. So that's why I repress my urge to continue to further study. But since I really love this biomedical science, I really love research, I really love learning in this field, so I stay in this industry lah, product specialist. So fresh graduate to 2 years experience is considered junior. And then after 2 years, if you stay in the same company, they will automatically increase your salary and also change your title to become product specialist. But if you don't have the opportunity to, you can job hopping lah. 2 years experience is enough to increase your salary from 2,500 to become like 3,000 or 3,500, depending on the company that you going to jump ship lah. And then if you stay longer, up to 4 years in as a product specialist, basically the same. Either the same company will offer you position as a senior product specialist, or you need to jump ship again. But usually the same company will increase your title lah, and also increase your salary, sampai 500, 700 ringgit. And then if you stay longer, like 4 to 7 years, you can if the opportunity came, you can become assistant product manager and also product manager. So this 4 job role has different job responsibility. So when you talk about senior product specialist, okay, senior product specialist, they are expecting you to have a capability to do product demo yourself. Okay, so sometimes you don't need application specialist to do product demo. So you are very well versed in application, you very well versed in the product itself. So different job opportunity and not different job responsibility. But when you go for assistant product manager and product manager, you are basically handling the team. You are handling people. So you're not involved in sales directly, but you are managing people. And then you managing product itself. So you communicate a lot from your principal counterpart in UK, in US. So you need to handle their visit. Sometimes they came from US to Malaysia. They wanted to see the market in Malaysia. How does it look like? So they wanted to see the key opinion leader. So sometimes I bring the, what you call it, the Asian space, Asia, they call it, for Malaysia, they call it Asia Pacific product manager, something like that. So you bring along to see key opinion leader, for example, Dr. Sida is a key opinion leader because she's a HOD in DBMS. Sometimes you know your customer, you know someone who has a lot of grant, you someone who do a lot of research. So you will bring this principal from UK, US, or Singapore to meet this type of people. So yeah, you need to have a nice car lah. Kalau kereta you tak cantik, you rasa malu. Sometimes you kena sewa juga you punya kereta to bring these people. But these people is from UK and US, they have a very good work ethic. Sometimes meeting one customer in the morning, okay, Ameh, I want to have a coffee. So yeah, you bawa dia pergi Starbucks, you bawa dia pergi Coffee Bean, you borak-borak dengan dia. Sometimes you ask them for advice how to become like them. Things like that lah. You build your connection. And also you build your knowledge by learning from other people. Like this lah, what you are doing now is you increase your knowledge by learning from other people experience. So it will help you in future. Definitely it will help you.
I mean, means to say those who want to be in this area, in this niche of area career development, need to be someone yang people person, right?
Yes and no.
Oh, yes and no.
Yes and no. Yes. Yes, sebab you cepat adapt. No, sebab sometimes you boleh develop skill tu. Sometimes introvert people, bila you terdesak, you boleh jadi extrovert. Because like there is one colleague in my company, I was like, okay, dia memang introvert, dia tak banyak cakap macam saya, Tapi meeting customer, okay, she talk a lot. But after that, she's quiet. Inside car, dia quiet.
Talk when necessary.
Yes. Macam I punya product specialist, Missy. I thought she was extrovert, but she's very introvert person. But meeting customer, she will talk a lot. She will advise a lot of things. But after that, she will keep quiet, doing her own work, everything. So yeah, this industry sometimes yes and no, depending on your needs. So if you're looking for high pay salary, then definitely you boleh jadi, orang kata money derived people lah. Okay, no question from the floor again. Okay, so I proceed for the next slide. Okay, challenges. Okay, tadi I bercakap benda yang indah dalam bidang ni. Okay, definitely in every career there is challenges itself lah. So there is an obstacle that you need to overtake. You need to orang kata macam ni, you need to get outside from your comfort zone lah. So the first one is lack of sales training. Macam tadi ada student tanya macam mana you sell your product. Basically company takkan ajar you. Company only focus on product training. Company akan invite trainer from US, sometimes through Zoom, sometimes face to face. They will come from US to train distributor. So you will learn about product. Sometimes tu the whole weeks you only have training je. Training internally, training externally. So things like that, you will have a very good product knowledge lah. But sales training memang susah. Susah to acquire. So you need to have to develop yourself lah. But don't worry, because things like this come by time. Alright, the second challenges will be lot of traveling and work-life balance lah. Dulu I suka traveling. Sekarang ni I nak pegang steering kereta pun I dah rasa nak muntah dah rasa. Sebab sometimes you become overwhelmed. Too many traveling because during my time I'm covering East Coast. I based in KL, Kepong. I stay in Gombak, but I'm covering territory in East Coast. So Pahang, Terengganu, Kelantan. Sometimes I go to Sabah, Sarawak. Mula-mula happy. I memang suka sebab I bapak balik kampung. Sebab I punya kampung Kelantan. So yes, I am specifically minta dengan Tuhan untuk dapat kerja yang macam ni. I minta dengan Tuhan specifically, I doa, I nak kerja yang I boleh selalu balik Kelantan. Okay, jumpa my parent. Okay. And then I dapat offer this type of job. So yes, 4 years, 7 years, you will be happy. Because you not necessarily you drive there, you can take a flight, but Terengganu and Pahang, dia punya flight tu tak banyak macam ke Kelantan. So sometimes you need to drive also lah. You need to, company will provide you car allowance, petrol claim, everything lah. But you need to purchase your own car. But sometimes you can get company car also for free car. Seronok kalau dapat free car, you tak kisah pun pasal maintenance tayar, everything, company yang akan settlekan lah. But entry level, you need to have your own car first. But they will provide 700 ringgit for car allowance, meaning that car allowance ni sometimes you can use it to pay for installment. You can also use it for car maintenance lah. And travelling claim. Travelling claim basically to cover petrol lah. Your petrol. But sometimes the challenges, ada orang dia tak suka travel because family. So things like that lah. You need to consider when you decide to pursue this career. Outstation. So outstation macam biasa kalau you nak kena pergi Sabah Sarawak, you nak kena pergi ke US, UK, you kena bangun pukul 2 pagi, pergi ke airport, and then you punya flight pukul 5 pagi, sometimes delay to 7 PM. So dia punya challenges dekat sini lah. So you decide lah kalau macam mana you nak overtake this type of challenge. Macam saya paling takut naik flight. Saya tak tahu kenapa saya takut naik flight, tapi but I really hate flight. For the first time I naik flight because flight yang kecil daripada Subang ke Kelantan, dia bergegar banyak. So I takut. But if you are using Airbus to go to China, Taiwan, UK, US, it's a lot better lah. And then the next challenges and the last challenges that I facing is rejection. So in this industry, there is also a rejection from customer. Okay, but because sometimes customer didn't understand your role in this field. Sometimes customer can see you as a a nuisance lah. But seldom occur. But you will face certain customer who reject you. But of course, you need to what you call it learn along the way lah, because you will meet not only different level of people. You will meet postgraduate student, you will meet postdoctorate, you will meet lecturer, sometimes you will meet professor also. So basically you will meet this type of individual in your career. For me, alhamdulillah lah, I'm happy. I don't mind about rejection, because like you know that you bring solution to customer. So even though customer reject you, of course sooner or later they will also find you. Don't worry about that. Okay. All right. Skill that I have developed along the way lah. So apart from sales skill, you kena ada juga effort to learn new things. So for me, I'm learning about marketing. So there is a lot of marketing. When we talk about marketing, we're not talking about Facebook ads, Instagram ads, because this industry doesn't involve social media. But social media is a must to what you call it, a brand present, to become a brand present. Okay, so marketing traditionally and digitally. So digital marketing used in this industry is email marketing, email blasting, for you collecting prospect database, and then you do once a month newsletter, things like that lah. Traditionally, marketing, for example, seminar is one type of marketing. Product demo is one type of marketing, but these two things we call it traditional marketing. So a lot of company adopt this type of marketing. So my next skill will be designing. Alhamdulillah, I'm not a creative person, but I develop my creativeness. For example, you see my slide, I create my creativeness from my experience, because like design, I'm responsible to design flyers in my company previously. Brochure, slide, poster, pull-up banner, everything. So I learned involuntarily, because certain company, they don't have marketing expert, marketing team. You yourself need to create your own product promotion brochure. So you have promotion. So how to promote people is that you do flyers or brochure. Okay, so the first design I use, I guna PowerPoint. Je. Sebab kalau I guna Adobe Photoshop, I take a lot of my time. So you need fast, simple as possible. So I guna PowerPoint to design my flyers. After that, I try to explore Adobe Photoshop. Tapi I tengok dia take up too much of my time, so I buang Adobe Photoshop. I use Canva a lot. Basically, Canva helps me a lot lah. So creativity will come during time, by time. So website, I get also to my company, I design my own website. I develop my own website myself. So this type of website I learned during my previous company, because I'm dealing with marketing from US, marketing from Singapore, marketing team from Singapore. They asked me, hey, why my product is not appearing in your company website? So yes, after that I approached IT personnel, and then IT personnel asked me to input manually. Because she don't have time and all. So over there I learned how to develop website. So yes, you cannot only learn about sales, you cannot only learn about product, so you need to diverse your skill. InsyaAllah, you akan rasa overwhelmed during your work sebab it's not part of your job description. It won't be counted in your KPI or job promotion, but it will definitely help you in future, because you never know what type of situation that you will face in future, whether you will still in this industry, or you orang kata unavoidable circumstances, macam family member kena pindah ke macam mana ke kan, you akan rasa okay, I cuma ada skill sales, I cuma ada skill product, so I tak boleh nak buat benda lain. So during your work, you need to learn everything as much as possible. Okay, so the next slide will be my advice. Okay, dah 11:15, so I need to faster. Okay, so gain experience after graduate. So kalau you don't have the opportunity to become a product specialist, you apply, you kena reject. You apply, you kena reject. So you work as research assistant in hospital, in lab, dekat mana-mana university or research institute. Currently dah banyak research institute dekat Malaysia. Clinic Cancer Research Malaysia, Clinical Research Malaysia. So there is also stem cell research company yang ada di Malaysia macam Tessa Therapeutic. So things like that you will develop skill because tempat macam tu ada high end machine. Because once you learn about application, then definitely you know about product. So this type of experience, company distributor really need it. Okay, and then develop soft skill. So these 5 lists that I'm giving you, you need to take note because you need to have a positive attitude. You need to have a teamwork. You need to learn how to work in a team. And then you need to develop your work ethic, time management, and also lastly, communication. Because why I put communication last is because when you decide to choose product specialist as your career, definitely you need to have a good communication. Because when you go for interview, your director will talk about something definitely not involved in macam kalau you interview dengan HR akan tanya you, okay, what is your 5 years, 10 years plan? HR akan tanya you, what is your strength, what is your weakness. Tapi kalau when you talk to director, dia akan bercakap tentang macam hari tu Syafiq Ahwal cakap pasal bola, pasal common interest lah. Dia akan cari find out what is your common interest. So and then dia akan talk. So over there they akan see whether your communication is good or not. Whether you stuttering, whether you whether you talk gibberish, things like that lah. Okay. Lastly, my advice would be maintaining good connection with Allah lah. So yeah, selalu doa lah. Kalau you betul-betul nak, after you graduate, you will face a difficulty yang mana you akan crossroad, you akan develop a crossroad. When I'm decided to quit my lab manager post, I'm selling insurance. To be frank, I'm selling insurance because yalah, you akan ada kawan you akan promote untuk join insurance. Okay, so I join insurance. After 6 months, I cannot you call it tak boleh dapat sales yang cantik, everything. And then at that time, you akan rasa down, you akan rasa stress. Masa I dulu, I tak ada this program. You should thank Dr. Sida to handle this program. Because masa I dulu, when I'm joining first year, there is only one personnel came talk about safety officer. Job post as a safety officer. That's why a lot of my friends joining EHS industry. But seldom people talk about product specialist. I don't know about this type of product specialist career. But I know this after I berdoa. I berdoa banyak-banyak. Lepas tu I teringat ada satu salesperson, product specialist datang masa I kerja dengan lab manager dulu. Sebagai lab manager, they come, Amir, you have very good communication skill. Why don't you join our company? I still remember their company is FC Bios. But I didn't remember who, the person name. Okay, you very good, have very good attitude. You have very good communication skill. So why not you join my company, our company? At that time, I didn't remember her advice. But after 6 months, I'm in the midst of making decision. Okay, I applied through JobStreet, product specialist. I applied a few, and like I said before, biomarketing services know that I'm looking for this type of post. And then she asked me to submit my resume, and then she gave to director, and then I go for interview. After that, after 6 months, I got the offer. So yes, instead of making connection with people, but maintain good connection with Allah also. So that's very, 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 very important. Okay, so motivational quote. RIP to the opportunity that we miss because of shyness and low self-esteem. So yes, opportunity come kalau you malu. Memang opportunity doesn't knock twice. Sebab yes, kalau you tak prepare your bullet siap-siap, you tak prepare your mindset, everything, when opportunity come, bila you tak grab, dia akan terlepas forever. It doesn't come twice. But if opportunity doesn't come, you create them. So it's your choice lah. It's your choice. And yes, so yep, this is part of the picture from my collection. So this is where engineers set up the instrument. So when the engineer set up the instrument, you need to have your effort to be there and see how they do the things. So you build good connection with engineer. And to become engineer in this field is very rewarding because I tak percaya with only diploma, this guy's salary is triple my salary, my basic salary. Okay, I thought they have degree or master everything, but they only have diploma in engineering, biomedical engineering. Dia punya salary at that time, my salary is at that time 3,000, but their salary is almost 9,000. Okay, so yeah, it's you are not engineering is different part, but still involved in this medical line. And then after that, application specialists run the trial run. So we do troubleshooting everything before the workshop day. So sometimes we give 2 or 1 day prior to run the trial run. And after that, workshop and demo. So this is where you involve a lot lah. So you invite your connection, you invite your prospect, you invite your client. So this is demo for flow cytometry. This one's demo for cell sorter. So there is a lot of lecturer or researcher learning about your product. Okay, and then this one is training. So yeah, training, I'm do training this one in Singapore, Agilent Technology, and then this one I'm handling QPSCR seminar in UiTM Sungai Buloh, and this one in UMT, and this one is internal training. So yes, okay, traveling. So ini I naik cruise, ini paling best. Cruise 7 hari 6 malam, Caribbean of the Sea. Kalau you pernah tengok Star Cruise di Penang tu, dia punya size dia 10 times. Memang 7 hari tak boring dalam ni. Ada kasino, best lah. Ada kasino, ada the whole floor tu cuma tempat makan sahaja. You ada banyak restoran, you fine dining. You ada orang kata first experience fine dining. Okay, you akan datang starter, main dish, dessert. I was like, tapi you kena make sure lah you makan tu halal. Because this type of trip, yes, sometimes I makan Maggi dengan ikan bilis. Okay. And then I punya trip pergi ke China, Terracotta Warrior. So memang seronok lah. And then ini pun dekat China. Ini dalam suasana dekat dalam cruise tu. Memang dia ada berapa tingkat banyak tingkat lah. Dekat swimming pool dekat atas. You ada rock climbing punya session. Memang best lah. So yes, if you ask me, product specialist, a good career, definitely good. It's very rewarding. It's very interesting. It's very high pay job. But not many people realize this because macam saya cakap tadi lah, fresh grad datang, dia tak dapat handle rejection, dia tak dapat handle communication, then dia akan resign after that. Okay, so that's it from me.